Okay. So today we are going to do a creative exercise before we look at this week's assignment. So you need a blank sheet of paper and a pencil. So if you don't have one already, make sure you have that. So if you are right-handed, I want you to put the pencil into your left hand. We're going to work with our non-dominant hand. If you normally draw with your left hand, then I want you to draw with your right hand. You guys ready?
Wait, Miss.
Yes.
Do we have to use we can use any pencil, or do we have to use the pencil you gave us? No.
You can use any pencil. This is just
Okay.
an exercise, yeah.
Oh, okay. No.
Any other questions?
Stuck with my left hand.
So if you are normally a right-handed person, you're going to draw with your left hand. Okay. So everything I draw, you're going to draw too. Pay attention to how you're feeling. Pay attention to what both of your hands are doing. What should we add to this?
Color?
Well, not everybody has colors, but what should we add to the drawing besides color? Like, what should we draw in here?
Some eyebrows.
Some eyebrows? What else?
A hat.
A hat. What kind of hat? A baseball hat? A top hat?
Okay.
A top hat? We're gonna do a small top hat.
Belly button.
A belly button. Do we want to add anything to the background?
A little circus or something?
A circus, yeah. We'll do a circus tent. Mhm. There's usually a little flag. And there's usually like stripes. Here we go. Hey guys, give me a second. I'm gonna switch cameras because I finally got to work. I gotta find it. Much better. Sorry, just cleaning my camera's lens. Hopefully we can see this a little bit better. At least a little bit bigger. Anything else do we want to add to our circus?
A little bit of grass.
A little bit of grass. So what are some things that you noticed about drawing with your non-dominant hand? What was happening?
It was very difficult.
It was very difficult. What was the other one?
You have less control.
You have less control. What else?
Less courage in your work.
Less courage. Did any of you feel your right hand like tense up? No, because that's what happens for me. Like I feel my right hand like start to tense up because it wants to move. Were you working fast or were you working slower?
Faster.
You're working faster? Some were working slower.
Yeah.
Were you thinking more about your lines?
No, I kind of just went for it.
Okay, good. So this is just a really good exercise because, I mean, not everything we do has to be amazing artwork. But sometimes exercises like this really help exercise a different part of our brain. So that's kind of like the whole point of these exercises. So people who are more logical, like they love doing math or solving problems, those people, to help activate like their other part of their brain, it's always recommended that they do like a drawing or painting class, right? To help kind of do the more creative, use the more creative side of their brain. Those of us who are more of using the creative side of our brain to use our more logical side of the brain, it's always recommended to learn something new, like learn how to do like coding or like stuff on computers or like play guitar, something that's a little bit more precise and kind of mathematical. But doing an exercise like this where you're drawing with your non-dominant hand is another great way to do that for every person's way of thinking. So something I wanted to show you, because like this is maybe not my best work, but it's definitely, I definitely have an easier time at it than than all of you. And part of it is how I hold my pencil, right? So I take a Chinese brush painting class, and in that class, we hold our pencil like this. Let me. So I hold my pencil like this. So there's these two fingers are behind and holding with the thumb, and then these two come in front to kind of support it. And when I'm painting, I paint straight up and down, and I can angle it and whatnot. So I was holding my pencil like that with my non-dominant hand. And because I was holding like this, it made it a little bit more secure so that when I was drawing, it gives me a little bit more security in how I'm holding my pencil, so I can draw a little bit more confidently. So give that a shot. Try to add the sunshine in there and holding it like this. How did that feel? Does that feel a little bit better in terms of like drawing?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit. So it's just the way you hold your pencil. But definitely just an exercise for us to do. You don't have to turn this one in. I just wanted to kind of warm us up because we've had 3 days off from doing our work. I'm going to talk to you about this week's assignment. First of all, progress reports are due this week for me. So if you haven't turned in your work, please, please, please get that done by Thursday so that your progress report looks good. Minimize this. And if you're having difficulties, you can stay on with me today. You can stay on with me when we're done here and I can help you out. Also, my office hours are from 2 to 3 p.m. So if you need to, you can come back to my Zoom hours and my Zoom office hours, and I can help you as well. So this is our agenda. We only have 2 assignments today since I'm only seeing you twice this week. Just a reminder, tomorrow you don't go to all 6 classes. Tomorrow you go to periods 1, 3, and 5. Because we missed out on Monday, they're just moving Monday's schedule to Wednesday. So you'll see 246A, 135 tomorrow and Thursday, and then 246 on Friday again. Okay, so this assignment, you need to have finished your assignment from last week, the creating sketches, because you're going to choose one of those sketches to create a line drawing. And this time it's detailed. Okay, so that's this week's assignment. Let me share my screen. Let's see. Okay, so these were my sketches from last week that I did with you, right? I did some with period 2, and then I added a few with you in class. So of your 5 sketches, you're going to choose the one that you like the most. So this is going to be a preference thing. Which one has the strongest composition, the best balance? And so some of you try to choose the one that you're most interested in. And again, if you didn't do this assignment, you have to do this assignment first before you can do this week's assignment. So let's say I liked,
The deer.
I really liked this middle one here. Okay, so if that middle one is the one that I want to go with, then I'm going to go to a blank sheet of paper, and my composition that I used here was rule of thirds. So what I might do is just real lightly break up my paper into thirds. Remember, don't fold your paper, just a really light line, because this line needs to be erased, okay? So whatever line you draw, make sure if you draw it, you want to make sure it's light enough for you to erase afterwards, because we don't want to see this line. So if I'm doing this one, this is where I'm going to need my reference photos, right? So this is from the prior weeks. And this is why all my modules are in a specific order, because we go back to the earlier assignments to help us with our next assignment, right? So in here, I really liked this kangaroo. So that's in my sketch. It's like the kangaroo. Now my kangaroo's facing this direction. So what I might need to do is find a better photo of a kangaroo facing in that direction rather than use this one, because this one's facing forward. So if you need to find new photos, that's okay. You just need to make sure you submit the photo to me so that I can give you, so I can see what you're drawing, right? So here, I'm gonna start to draw my kangaroo. This is where, like, I need my reference folks. I need to know what he's doing with his hands. And their tail usually lays on the floor. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna draw this more detailed. Right, so I'm drawing it more detailed, and I'm gonna add in, so there's a little girl or a little figure standing there. So maybe I like this little photo of this little girl standing on the side. So now, so she's over here. And this one, instead of doing a stick figure, I'm gonna draw the actual little girl. So just so you can see what I'm doing here. So I'm breaking up my space. And I'm just drawing the details. And I know I'm making this look really easy. I'm trying to just speed this up a bit for you. Okay, so I want to draw as detailed as possible, and I just want the outline. Okay, so I want to include the details of my background and everything. So you're going to take a photo of this now, and then when you're done, you would erase like the rule of thirds lines, because you don't need those. Does that make sense? So you're just doing a detailed line drawing. Don't shade it. Don't add anything to it other than like the outline, okay? Because we're going to make a few copies of this next week, and I'm going to show you. I will show you how to make copies of this next week, especially for those of you who do not have a printer. And then I will show you what we're going to do with them, because we're going to move on to the next step of making an artwork. Any questions about this for me so far? No? Okay, any questions about prior assignments? Because this is your chance to ask me questions about prior assignments. We're good?
It's the shading one and do them all, right? We shaded in the object.
Yes. Yeah, it should be due tomorrow. So if you still need to turn in assignments, if you can get those done by Thursday, that would be great. Because I'm going to try to get my progress report grades done before then, or by Thursday. I want to try to get them done. But definitely get those assignments in. If you need help, you can stay on and I can help try to figure out what's going on. I know Google Drive, Google is down right now. I haven't gotten an update if it's accessible. So some people it's working and some people it's not. So if you're missing an assignment that required you to sign into Google, like the museum visits and whatnot, let me know so I can send you the questions like through an email or something for you to be able to answer just until Google comes back up. Questions for me? Okay, if you don't have any questions, go ahead, get to work on this. Either start working on your line drawing or finish up your assignments from last week and get those done so I can start grading them. And I will see you on Friday.